Cool. So the question is, would you rather piss yourself every day or shit yourself once a week?
And you don't know
But
when
you
it's
don't
gonna
know it's
happen.
happening.
Cheers.
Here we go. Welcome
Let's do
back.
it.
Hi guys, welcome to episode 11 of the Jake and Ollie podcast. We are absolutely buzzing to be back. It's literally been 2 weeks and I feel like there's been a part of me missing. Like, realistically, it's not even been that much, but Ollie went away, he left me, I was sad, I've got nothing left. But yeah, we're buzzing to be back. If you don't follow the socials, we've decided that we're not going to do series anymore. We're just going to blast through episodes, and then obviously there might be a time if life gets busy, then things are put into place. But for now, we're just going to rattle through and just have a great time. But it's great to be back. Something slightly different about today. We're both sitting with non-alcoholic beverages.
I know, we've turned a new page.
I mean,
New season, new me.
Yeah, I went for a non-alcoholic beer. It's probably really bad advertising, actually. So if they get hold of this, we're probably a bit fucked. But this beer Moretti Zero shit, don't waste your money on it.
However, Lidl coffee's
the way forward.
Oh,
but
incredible.
yeah, I mean, it tastes like rotten bananas. Maybe like an IPA. So if you like that, then you could probably do it. But I've opened it now, so I'm just going to have to firm it.
It's an IPA without the alcohol.
It's just filth.
It's
just
two bad
I'm
things.
gonna blow chunks later. It's
Please
rough
don't.
as. But right, let's get straight into the pod 'cause we've got a really exciting pod for you today. So the opening question, we came across this question last week in the group chat, and honestly, it just caused carnage. So, and you guys have all got to think deeply about what you're about to think when we say this question. How do you get ready in the morning? Right, and when we say that, I have a routine anyway. Like, my routine never changes. But we're talking about putting your clothes on, right? Do you go boxers, socks, t-shirt? What comes first?
What's the order?
What is the order that you put your clothes on in? So I'll go first because I think mine's actually pretty normal, and I think Ollie should be fucking shot for what he's about to say. But so I get out of the shower, do all my like body, skincare, whatever. Head to the bedroom, and I get my boxers on. Open the drawer, boxers, and then while I'm there, the socks are there, so the socks go on. Yeah, so boxers and socks are on.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's because your boxers and your socks are your underwear, so I think it'd be weird to put anything.
It's your base layer.
It's your base layer. So then I go trousers, and then your t-shirt finishes. Yeah, if you've got your boxers and your socks, you've only got one bit left to complete. And I walk past my trouser drawer to get to my t-shirts.
Yeah, you put the trousers on before
So
your
my
t-shirt.
trousers go on,
Yeah.
and then I get my t-shirt, and that goes on, which I think's a very, very, very normal thing to do.
I mean, what? Like, why is it normal though? Like, why?
Because
Is that how? Like, do you know what I mean? Why is that the way you have to put your clothes on?
Because I mean, there might be some people out there that cause carnage out here, but you say what you do.
I don't think
and
you
we'll
can go
discuss
too
it.
far wrong.
So
Well-
go. What you're about to say is, I actually still can't fucking believe it.
No, I'd go. Obviously, get out of the shower,
Yep.
get yourself dry. I know someone, actually, and this really annoys me, who doesn't dry themselves after they get out of the shower.
Just strip dry.
And you know who you are, if you're listening to this. He doesn't know... he don't even air dry. He just literally...
Puts his clothes on.
He puts his clothes on wet.
That's fucked.
He's a retard.
That is so. That's got to be so unhygienic.
He's just... I don't... Well... It's clearly no one's ever taught him how to get dressed. Well, I don't think it's that unhygienic. It's just weird. Like, imagine going out.
Yeah, but surely
and
that's
you're
not
still
good.
wet. Like, yeah, but you can see. Like, so he'll put a t-shirt on, and he'll come downstairs, like at uni, and on his back,
He'll have wet patches.
he'll have wet patches, and I'll be like, "What? Are you?"
I'm
I'll be
more
like,
worried about
you
his
own a
feet.
towel. Why aren't you drying yourself?
He's got
And so he'll,
soaking-
like spend 20 minutes doing his hair.
That's not all right.
But we'll never like.
So
It's bizarre. It's
that's not
actually
alright.
bizarre.
But like, he's got soaking wet feet, and he's just going to chuck his sock. Surely he's got athlete's foot or something.
I don't know if he dries his feet or not.
That is.
To be honest,
Imagine, I'm not going to dry the rest of me, but going to get in between the toes.
Priorities.
Priorities are straight.
It's done. But yeah, I'd put socks on first. Socks on first, then a t-shirt.
Right. So this is where my mind goes fucking in. So this guy is telling us he puts his fucking socks on and then just puts his t-shirt on and lets his knob hang low. It's like,
I put, obviously, get dry, socks, t-shirt.
Then trousers and boxers.
Then
the boxers go over the top.
Then I'm wandering over to the mirror, doing my hair. Because you can't do your hair. The only thing wrong with this is if you've done your hair before you put your top on.
Yeah, you always do your hair after.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you shape it, then put your top on, and then put your product through it.
But no one wants to walk around. The socks need. I hate walking around bare feet though. Like
I like it.
Like, and you get little. If you got like little shitty.
Feel the ground, man. You feel
I feel grounded.
I feel grounded, man.
I fucking love it.
Taking your socks off when you get into bed is the best feeling ever.
See, I had this debate with someone as well the other day while we were playing games. Very cool. Do you sleep with your socks on?
If you sleep with your socks on,
I sleep with my socks on.
I was about to call you something, but I'd probably get put in prison. That is sickening behaviour.
And we'll know what it is.
Sickening behaviour.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I just get into bed and. But yeah, my same flatmate that gave me shit for this is the one that doesn't dry himself after he gets out of the shower, and he used to be like, that is
weird though. Sleeping your socks off. I don't matter.
But sometimes I have like nice socks.
Oh, you feel like a new man.
If I'm a little bit like cold, I should put some new socks on, and I'll get into bed, and it's comfy. It's like warm.
Yeah, like I would do that. I'd get changed into like pajama wear.
Get your jammies on.
But not just a like comfy tracksuit or something. Put my socks on. But then when I'm getting into bed, I don't sleep in anything but boxers. Do you sleep naked?
Well, with me socks on, yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
It's an absolute sight.
This is going to be the last episode because Ollie's going to a mental asylum after this. What the fuck?
No, I don't actually. I sleep in my boxes, and then if I'm cold, like maybe I'll have some socks, and I'll get out of bed. And then if I need to get changed, the boxes will come off. I'll leave the socks on, put the t-shirt on, put the trousers on, and then the boxes over the top.
No, you're fucking chatting bollocks. That is not okay.
Nah,
yeah, that's not right.
Socks, t-shirt.
I don't know how people sleep naked though. I think, listen, I'm not a bird, so I don't know what that's like, and I know a lot of girls sleep naked. Oh no, I can't do it. I don't like being naked anyway. Yeah, it really freaks me out. And then the thought of like what if you catch your willy or something when you're asleep?
It does feel a bit vulnerable, doesn't it?
Like if someone for example, if you were staying at like your mate's house or something, and you're butt naked in the spare room.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't stay in my mate's house
wake you
get
up,
naked.
Wake you up, pull the covers off,
on.
and just. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not about it.
Hang on, wait. Does that happen a lot when you go around your mate's house and sleep? Does he often do a surprise attack where he comes in and whips the covers off? It's like, is he naked? Oh. Has he got his socks on?
No, but I just think, it's not for me. I don't like being naked at all. At all. But to sum that opening question up, Ollie, the way you get ready is not okay.
I think I'm on something.
What do you mean?
It's I don't really know how to defend it, really.
I don't think you...
I mean...
There were some pretty criminal ones that went into the chat.
That's the worst.
That was by far the worst. By far the worst. I couldn't... Honestly, when I read it, it was honestly... So it was like an out-of-body experience. It was like, surely not. This kid's got to be having a laugh. But I'd be very intrigued to know how you guys...
Oh, there's only one way.
There's not.
The way you do it. That is the way to get ready.
Boxers,
Any
socks,
other way
trousers,
is just
t-shirt.
is incorrect.
Sometimes I'd understand the t-shirt, the trousers. Depends where you're going, what's in your room. If you go past the t-shirt first, like, yeah, but it has to be. Sometimes I'd maybe put my socks on last.
The thought of sleeping naked with socks on, that is actually fucking criminal.
No, that is so bad. That is so bad.
It's hilarious.
Imagine for me, imagine something happens, you've got to quickly evacuate the house in the middle of the night, and you run outside. Like, I'd be in my boxers, and you're sitting there swinging like with your fucking socks on.
That is hilarious.
Not ideal. Do you know what I did discover though? We're going a bit off track here, but I recently, I say about 7-8 months ago, invested in a dressing gown, and I hadn't had a dressing gown for ages, but that was the best investment of my life. I get so happy when I see it.
I can't do it.
Oh, I love it.
Get too hot.
Do ya?
Plus, it feels a bit like.
No, I love it.
Weird.
I love
a
it.
Dressing gown. I don't feel very comfortable in
I got bought an hoodie for Christmas, right?
That I'd rather that. It's like like a blanket with a hood and arms.
Yeah, but you're honestly sitting inside a sheep. Like, it's fucking boiling. You can't wear it unless it is -40. Like my mum bought me it for Christmas, and Christmas is cold. Yeah, and I was thinking this is gonna be nice. I put it on for 5 minutes and honestly dripping with sweat. But it's nice to warm up if you're cold, and I get sometimes really internally cold, so it's quite nice.
Do you wear like pajamas under your dressing gown, or are you like fully blown naked under?
Nah, boxers. And then sometimes if I'm chilling, I might put it over like my joggers or something.
Fair. I'd probably just wear socks.
I'm such a fucking wrong un. sick bastard.
You sick
bastard. Right, okay, anyway.
That's enough of that.
Yeah, that is more than enough of that. I can't take any more. So, today... Fucking hell. Today's it. Today's it.
Fucking brilliant.
The topic. Well, before we get into that, we've obviously got our guests lined up, which is well exciting. But we're also just going to keep the topics going, so you guys know the plan of action. Tune into whatever ones you want, really. But this one, I think we're going to have.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them. If you don't, we'll come and find you.
With my socks on and nothing else.
His sword. Fuck's sake. Anyway, today's I actually can't be asked. You make me feel sick. So, we're going to talk about dreams, right? And I'm not talking like what your dreams are. I'm talking about when you close your eyes at night, because I think they're incredible. Like, what happens to you? And I've got a list of things that happen to, like, when you're dreaming and stuff like that. And Ollie's got a 6-page documentary to read out. So
stay tuned.
We'll be here all night. We're here all night. But do you want to kick off, or what have you got? Just research about dreams.
Yeah, because Ben asked, because I was talking to Ben about it, my brother, and he was like, I was telling him about dreams. He's like, so what are dreams? And I was like,
don't know.
Well, they're just thoughts, aren't they? And I thought if I came in on here and just said that, I thought it'd make for a really shit podcast. So I thought we could talk a little bit about our dreams that we've had and weird ones, and then we could interject in with maybe some science, some whys as to why it happens.
All right.
And maybe it can work out like that. So have you got down some dreams that you've had?
No, I haven't, but I do have one that sticks in mind all the time.
All right, go for it.
So there was one, and it was like a college dream, right? But at the time, I think me and the boys were just winding all the girls up in the year. Anyway, I mean, it was a while ago, right? So the details are fine lined, but I can tell you that I remember us boys were reindeers, right?
Hang on. Was this in real life? This happened?
No. This is my
you
dream.
Reindeers, and then you dreamt it.
No,
or this is
what? Me and the boys reindeers.
What? You go to a fucking acting college? Maybe you did a fucking Christmas play.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Rudolph, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer.
Nativity.
Yeah, fair enough. So no, this is in my dream.
Right.
And something happened, and we were there, and we were all flying as reindeers. And we ended up at a swimming pool, and then we had a swimming race against the girls as reindeers. So like, I remember being a reindeer in this dream, just fucking
pure breaststroke,
absolute freestyle, bombing it down the fucking straight. and that's all I can really remember. I do have recurring dreams as well, which fuck with me. And there was a nightmare I had as a kid that I will never forget. And I had my Action Man lunchbox, right, which I couldn't ever open. Like, I could never open it, so it was quite traumatic anyway. And then I remember I was in my...
I'd find that traumatic.
It was. I was well upset. I didn't even like Action Man.
You're fucking starving.
Do you know what I mean? My fucking ham sandwich is still in there.
Just sweating away. No!
Tuna fucking sandwich. Sweating for 20 years. So yeah, I was in the car with my nan and granddad, and then this guy came to us with a gun. Right, I was going to shoot.
It's weird, isn't it? How the dreams just take such a weird turn.
I was going to shoot me up.
You were a reindeer flying with your mates, and then you're fucking racing the girls in the swimming pool, and now you've gone to trying to get open your Action Man lunchbox.
Yeah.
And now someone's came over with a gun,
and then we obviously shit ourselves. I've done a runner, and then we were at the hospital to visit someone. Wouldn't be able to tell you who, can't remember. And the hospital just went up in flames.
It's fucking bizarre, isn't it?
Like,
what about the lunchbox? Didn't take it with you?
Might still be in real life. I think it might still be my mum's wardrobe. Honestly, I just remember
That's weird.
It used to be in there.
So it's an actual lunchbox. So that is like...
It was my lunchbox,
That's crossed in with like your actual life.
Yeah, it was my lunchbox.
So you haven't made it up. So there is some like element of real life in there.
Yeah, a lot of dreams do though, and that's what fucking... Oh, it's so weird. We'll get onto it though. I've got a lot of stuff here. But go on then, what's your weird one?
I can't remember. Like, I have a lot of lucid dreams.
I don't know what that word means.
So a lucid dream, other than being a song, is when you know that you're dreaming.
Right.
Have you ever had that?
Yeah.
So you've been in a dream, and then you've gone, fuck, this is a dream. Like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then you take control of what you're doing in the dream.
Right.
And so I had that quite a lot. Like, to be fair, I can't... It's just a hard thing with dreams. When you have them in the morning, you'll remember them. But then the day after, they're gone.
But even after 10 minutes, mate. And then, do you know what else? When you've had a dream, it can like... There'll be something you see the next day that triggers a memory of the dream. But that's what I dreamed about last night.
Yeah.
It really fucks with me.
But I get it. I get lucid dreams where I'll be doing something. I can't be specific because I can't remember. But I'll be doing something... and then I'll be like, oh, fuck, I'm dreaming. And then I'll just like become Harry Potter or something. And I'll just like start flying around and shit, or like become invisible. And then I'll like do something like crazy.
So because you know you're dreaming.
Yeah, I'll just like go like.
Just think, fuck it, I'm going to have a dream of my life here.
Yeah. And I just like start flying.
Vada-kedavra!
Yeah, I'll just cast like some Harry Potter spell or something.
Oh my
That's
God.
like such a nerdy thing, but it's like my favourite film of all time, so it is realistic that is what I'd resort to if I could do anything.
Fair play.
So have you ever had like a
Not that I remember.
lucid dream? It's hard, isn't it? But you always... This is an interesting fact I found out, right, about
Fact
lucid
of the day.
dreams. Fact today, everyone. This one's free. You get lucid... So, have you ever heard of a REM cycle?
No.
So a REM cycle is a rapid eye movement cycle, right?
Right.
And that means, essentially, that is when you start sleeping, when you enter a REM cycle, that's when your brain is almost as active as it is when you're awake. So when you're dreaming, when you enter a REM cycle, you're basically awake, but with your eyes closed.
That's fucked.
And that only ever happens towards the end of your sleep.
Really?
So your weirdest and most intricate and bizarre dreams, that's why they always happen before you wake up.
Right.
You've never and that's why you always remember them, right? You wake up and go, oh, that was a weird dream.
Yeah.
And that will be the most... I keep hitting the thing. That would be the most bizarre and weird dream of the whole night, and the only one that you remember. And that's because in that moment before you wake up, you entered a REM cycle. And maybe because you're waking up, your brain gets as active it is when you're awake, and it becomes more imaginative.
Interesting.
So
I had this
fact of
theory
the day
about
number one
dreams.
for the podcast.
That is good. This is fact of the day, but it's a fact I made up, but it is a fact because I'm a scientist.
The Jake certified fact.
Jake certified fact of the day. So they say that when you sleep, your eyes roll to the back of your head. Yeah, like your eyes roll back. Yeah, so your eyes, yeah.
They do. No, that is actually scientifically true.
Yeah.
If you close your eyes, your eyes will naturally go up.
Right.
And
So
it's a natural like protective mechanism. So if I was to poke you in the eye, and if I went like this, right, you'd go like that. And to protect your eyes, and then you protect your pupils.
Oh, because they roll back.
Because they roll back. Fact of the day, numero uno, dos.
So my thing is, dreams happen because your eyes roll back and you see what your brain's thinking.
That is like something you tell your kid, isn't it?
I think it is true. And also, do you know...
I think probably the protective reflex is probably more believable.
No, I think I'm bang on the fucking money, to be honest with you, mate.
This is science. Like, no.
Nah, you're wrong. You're actually wrong, mate.
I always want to see my brain.
I think that's what it is. And then then you can imagine it. You can picture it. Also, though... oh, no, I forgot what I was going to say. That'll come back to me. That's annoying because that was really, really, really factful. Eyes rolling to the back of your head. You see your dreams. Can't remember. It's going to piss me off. Anyway, go on. Tell us what a dream is.
So, what a dream is, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think a dream is? Just give me a synopsis.
Sorry, it's come back. Sorry, just while it's in my head. Do you know you can't actually... You know, like when you see like randomers in your dream and you think, well, who the fuck are they? Yeah? Do you know... That is actually someone you've seen in life. Like, you could just walk past them in the street because your brain does not have the capacity to make someone up. Like, you have to have seen that person in your life at some point. I thought that was quite cool.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. That is something that I found out.
Which is so mad.
Yeah. I mean...
today you found out?
Yeah, I found that out. Well, I found out why do we dream? That's what I looked up. And apparently there are 5 different theories on why we dream.
Right.
Would you like to know them?
Let's do what is a dream and then why we dream. Let's do what a dream is, then why.
Okay.
Start at the top.
Just ruin my research then.
No, but start at the top, work our way down.
Yeah. So what I thought a dream, well, it's just your subconscious thoughts cropping up
while you're in bed
when you dream, and you don't have any control over them.
No, yeah.
So they just come up, which is sort of right. But I found out that they're thoughts, feelings, and images that arise during the prefrontal cortex during sleep. That being the thinking, feeling part of your brain. That's the part that's most active when you're asleep, which makes sense, right? If that's for dreams. It's most often in the REM cycle, which we talked about, and it closely resembles being awake. Now, this I found was mental, right? Because I never realised this,
right?
Which is really weird. But for us, right? There are different, your 5 senses.
Yeah.
You can experience one of those, or if more than one of those 5 senses, do you experience in a dream? Do you know what the 5 senses are?
Don't be a prick. Yeah, of course I do. Sight.
Go on, then. It's sweating, like sweat dripping down the side of your forehead.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
BBC Bite Size, please.
Touch, taste, smell, hearing, and eyesight. Fuck you.
So which one do you... That's the fucking hostility, please. You've already attacked me for the way I get dressed in the morning.
That was bad.
Which one, Jake?
You can see your dream, so your vision.
Exactly. So for us, it would be... But what about for a blind person?
Oh my god.
What dreams does a blind person have if they've never, ever witnessed anything and been blind for their whole life?
Do you reckon they do dream?
Well, this...
Because some people don't dream.
No, well, that is also impossible.
Is it?
So everyone dreams for around 2 hours a night. I've honestly done my fucking homework, boys.
It's about series 2. Ollie's changed. He's actually done his homework.
I've got a fucking coffee. I've done my research. Don't say I don't put out for this fucking pod.
Been getting up at 5 a.m. to do the research.
Exactly. So everyone dreams for on average around 2 hours a night. So sometimes more, sometimes less. And you won't always remember what your dream is. So that's why some people go, "Oh, I don't dream." You did, you just don't remember it.
Right.
But at least one point in your life, you will remember one dream. And blind people don't dream in vision. They dream in the other 4 senses. This is what I found out. I'm pretty sure this is legit. I didn't find this on BuzzFeed. I found this on the Sleep Foundation.org.
Right, okay.
So it's official stuff.
Right,
There's like research articles on it and everything where they asked blind people, tell us about some of your dreams. Now, yes, they could have been bullshitting and just making it up, but why would they make it up?
Shits and gigs, innit?
But you know what I mean? Like, they probably want to tell someone, right?
Yeah.
So they dream in, like, they smell certain things.
And they hear shit.
Can feel physical
hearing
touch,
shit when you're asleep.
Hearing. But that's their life constantly. It's just hearing stuff.
True.
So for them, it will be just hearing. They might hear that they're in a plane or feel the breeze from a plane. Like, do you know what I mean? It would be something crazy
That
like
is
that.
mental.
That is mental, isn't it? That just shows like how clever we are, doesn't it?
Yeah, that is so fucked.
But there are some common themes that come up in a dream.
Right.
That common components that make up a dream, so you know that you're dreaming.
Yeah,
so dreams will always be in a first-person perspective.
Yeah.
So it's always from
your eyesight.
Your eyesight. I don't know. For me personally, it has always been like that.
Yeah,
they say at least one of these will be true for kind of every dream. Like, it's not going to be all of them. They're always involuntary, so you never decide what you're going to dream about.
Which fucks me off because I try so hard when I close my eyes at night. Come on. I start thinking.
When you wake up, have you ever been able to go back?
Yes, I love it when that happens. You're having the best dream of your life and you wake up because you need a piss. You're like, for fuck's sake, I was just about to get into that. And you get so pissed off and then you go back to sleep. And then you wake up and you're like, it carried on. And you have a great day.
It only ever carries on for like a few seconds.
Which is so makes it feels long.
But like, you dream for like a while. But when you try and go back into it, I can only ever go back into the dream for like 3 seconds.
Oh, really?
I'm like, it's done. I'm awake and my brain's like switched on awake mode.
Right.
I don't know if it's the same for you. You're straight in.
Well, I normally wake up about 3 times. But I wake up like 3 times in the night anyway. So I'll just pick up where I left off. I'm used to waking up.
True. Third theme, the content's always illogical. So it never makes sense as to... So they're quite bizarre.
Yeah, they are.
In that sense. But you can have vivid dreams where they feel like real life. But the content's still illogical because it's like, why are you there?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It always includes other people. So it's very, very rare for you to have a singular
on
dream.
your own, yeah.
And if you're listening to this and you disagree with any of these themes,
please let us know.
And you have a bizarre, weird dream that you want to share with us, let us know, because people have some fucking weird
mental dreams
that I'm sure you'll probably find out. Then they always contain strong emotions. So
that's down there.
You're always like really angry.
I've got emotions,
upset, that sort of thing. And they always include some element of waking life. So it'll be like some element of being awake, whether that be. So it's never completely made up. Like if you're walking in a park, that's an element of waking life because in normal life you could walk in a park. Yeah. That sort of thing. It's never completely made up.
Right.
It's always based off of something from your waking life.
Right. Okay.
So why do we dream? Shall I carry on with this?
Yeah, go on.
Is this interesting?
Yeah, let's do the facts, and then we can get into like what else we've got. Like I've got all this to speak about, which isn't factual. Let's do the science, and then let's.
Okay, buckle in, everyone. So why do we dream? There's 5 theories. So one of them is building and strengthening memory, which I feel like is similar. I feel like you sort of touched on that.
Fuck me, yeah.
A minute ago. Well,
I was going to say something else.
Okay, go on.
So like when I learn my lines, like if I've got lines to learn,
this is exactly it.
The best time to do it is before you go to bed. So like I'll put my phone down, and then I'll sit there for an hour, go over my lines, and I'll wake up in the morning and I'll remember them, or I'd remember them a hell of a lot better than as if I just try to learn them in the day, because your brain's still working on it as you're falling asleep, and it's there. I always do that. Yeah.
That happened to me during my like exams. I'd revise
Before you go
all
to
my
bed.
uni exams. I'd revise before I go to bed, and then this doesn't make a difference, but I thought it did, and well, it worked. So, but I used to revise from a book or my notepad. Then I'd put the notepad under my pillow.
I love that. When people say that, I
And
think
then
you're just
I'd
a
sleep
fucking...
on it, and I'd feel like I was connected to it, and I'd be
Fuck's
like
sake.
remembering it. But yeah, that is why that happens, because you've tried to memorize something. One theory
Yeah.
is you then dream about it to reinforce that memory and make that memory stronger when you wake up. And it's scientifically proven. They call it a principle called neuroplasticity. And so if you've ever tried to learn a skill, like, I don't know, ride a bike, would you ride a bike once and then never try it again? Or if you were trying to learn that skill, would you do it over and over and over again until you learn it?
Would you rather do it over and over? Say that again?
If you're learning how to ride a bike,
Yeah.
would you do it once and never do it again? Or would you do it?
But it depends if you learn
loads
it
of
straight
times?
away.
Okay, maybe that's not a good example.
If I just got on it and started going off, then I don't need to do it over and over again.
Okay, so it's something you couldn't learn
Right.
in one time.
So you're saying
need
you
to
give up
compound
straight
it.
away?
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
You don't, yeah.
Don't ever
exactly.
give up. Don't ever give up on your dreams, kids.
We don't ever give up. Yeah. We're always dreaming, always waking, compounding that shit, compounding them dreams. We never give up here, baby. So yeah, that's fucking... I'm with that theory,
Okay.
because that's happened to me. Processing and managing emotions in different contexts. So if you're angry about something, you'll then dream about that thing you're angry about, and it's your brain's way of trying to process those emotions.
It does help.
In your sleep,
If I'm ever
and then
pissed
you
off or
wake up
upset,
with a bit more like clarity on it.
I have a little nap and I wake up, I do feel different.
So do you think about the thing you're upset about when you nap? That's what we're talking about.
Subconsciously, probably not. I literally just have a power nap. Forget about the world. Wake up.
So have you ever gone to bed angry about something,
Yeah, many a time.
and then had the dream that you were angry about something, but it wasn't about the
I
thing
wouldn't
you were
know.
angry about?
I wouldn't know.
No, you probably have, right?
Yeah, probably. Let's say I have.
So mental housekeeping's the third one. So it's when you're like, you have a dream and you're trying to like get rid of all of these like unnecessary emotions.
Right.
So it's like your brain's way of like clearing them out when you're asleep. So when you wake up, you've kind of got rid of them and you wake up more fresh.
Okay.
That sort of thing. Don't really fuck with that one, to be honest.
It's not for me.
Yeah, whoever came up with that, it's a load of shit. Instant replay. I agree with this one.
Right.
These are all theories as well. That's
Okay.
the important thing that they highlighted. None of this we can prove.
It's factual.
No, it's not factual. It's a theory.
Yeah.
It's not in.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
A concept.
Right, cool.
Instant replay. So you replay an event that happened in your mind, and your brain's like trying to go over it and think about it, and you analyze that event. And then the third one is just that they mean nothing, and that dreams are just a byproduct of sleep, and they have nothing to do with our active and waking memory. Which I
Interesting.
think is a bit shit, really.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
mean-
bit rubbish, isn't it? I think they definitely have to be.
I think there is 100%.
I don't think. Well, how can you have such vivid dreams that correlate to what you've experienced in a day and done in a day?
Because there's
and
also
they not
stuff
be
that's
related?
like, they say if there's like water in your dream, then that means like each thing you see in your dream means something, which I don't know how true that is, but yeah, dreams are definitely something, 100%.
Yeah, I'd say so. Do they have meaning? Was the last thing I researched.
Does that mean
And I used to have a little book from Dreamz, you know, the bed shop. Other bed shops are available.
dream, little dream of me?
And it used to say, I used to dream about cats, right?
Right.
I didn't, but for an example, I had a dream about a cat. You could go to it and you'd find cats, and it would tell you what it meant if you had a dream about cats. I just think it was so interesting. I wish I still had
That's
it.
what I mean. That's what I was saying about the water.
What do you mean?
Like when I said a minute ago about like if you see water in your dream,
Yeah.
like that's supposed to mean something.
I don't know. But if I had this book,
We'd fucking
I'd
know.
I mean, you could probably Google it, but we're not going to.
No, we're not going to do
We
that.
can Google it in our own time, not on business time. And yeah, no one knows.
No one has a clue.
No one knows what dreams are. Basically, it's very controversial. No one knows whether it relates or not, and we'll never be able to prove it.
No, you won't.
What the foundation said, and that really upsets me because
it is annoying, isn't it?
I want to know. And it's like when
death.
we're talking about death on the other podcasts. We'll never know like what happens there either.
I guess we'll never
but
know.
maybe that's just one of the things about life that we're just not meant to know.
Maybe not.
Very philosophical.
It is. No, I do find it so interesting though, because it does. I don't know. It does fuck with me massively. Like the meaning of it all. When I think they do mean something, and then I'm like, well, what the fuck does it mean? You know?
They have to. It has to.
No, it can't. It can't be irrelevant. Like it has to. There's definitely something there that goes, yeah, right. That's you've dreamt about that for this reason.
I think it's your subconscious popping up. Like I actually sometimes take some initiative from my dream. Like if I've thought about a decision in the day and I've dreamt about that decision and I've made one choice, I'll actually take that as like a bit of a sign or a gut or my subconscious pushing me towards one decision. Yeah. And I'll actually weigh like a heavy amount on if I've dreamt about something, because I feel like it's just pure subconscious thought.
Sign, yeah.
There's no ego or consciousness interfering with it. It is your pure unfiltered thoughts coming through, and that's almost like a superpower, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's almost like pure. Other than when you're fucking losing your lunchbox and getting held up with your nan in the car, it's pure conscious thought.
No, I agree. Right.
But how fucked would it be if that actually happened to you after in real life? Then that would be a superpower. Sorry, that was a bit
that was fucked. That'd be so fucked.
Go on, hit me.
Right, so I've got like things that happen like prior to in your dreams and things. Do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go through them. The first one I actually forgot to write down, but it just popped into my head. Have you ever been like asleep? Well, not asleep yet, but like you're drifting off, and like you felt something, whether it be a presence or an actual like tap. Like, no, you haven't. See, I do get it sometimes.
I probably have, but you just can't remember, and it's really frustrating.
So I get this thing sometimes, and it only happens really when like something big's happening in my life, or like I don't know, something significant's happening, right? And my nan, I think, is like my guardian angel. And sometimes whenever I'm about to fall asleep and something like that's happening in my life, it's happened twice. I wouldn't be able to tell you what was happening in my life at that time, but I got a tap on the bottom of my foot, and obviously there's no one in my fucking room, but like I just felt these two little taps, and I was like, "Oh."
You're asleep at this point?
No, I was dozing, like, you know, before you sleep.
That would freak me the fuck out. I sometimes still turn my light off and kind of
run.
I don't walk, but it's a brisk walk. It's not a run and a jump, but it's with haste, because I'm like, just maybe on the off chance, maybe there is someone under there. And if that happened to me, like I felt a tap, I'd be out. I'd be sleeping on the sofa.
Oh my god! See, I always have my telly on before I go to sleep, so I would always have light in my room, so I wouldn't have to make that dash.
So carry on. What were you saying?
Yeah. So I always get a tap on the bottom. Well, not always, but I have had it.
When there's something big coming.
Yeah, I suppose so, but I mean, I presume that's what was happening, because it's almost like when a feather appears, I believe that's my nan as well. So like, it's different signs of that, but you can believe what you want with stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? People have their own interpretations, but these things are definitely something that has happened to me, and this happens to me like every fucking night. And when I've had girlfriends in the past, they're like, "You're doing my head in."
Oh my god, you've just reminded me of something. Carry on. I'm going to bring it up later.
Jumping.
So it's in a dream?
No. So like you're about to conk out, and I'll jump. Right, and my mate, I was in bed with Kane once, right? We were staying over at a friend's, and I was asleep. Right? I was about to conk out, and I jumped and hit him, and he was like, he honestly thought he was being attacked. What the fuck? And then, oh my god, this is another thing. I do a really weird thing, right? I stroke my arm. Right,
I've seen like people do that before.
Matt got a video of me, right, and I'm laying in this hotel room, and I'm just stroking my arm, and sometimes I'll catch, if I get up and I'm, you know when you're like asleep still when you wake up and you go into the toilet, I'll sometimes catch myself weeing, stroking my arm because I'm still like asleep.
You're
I think it's a
asleep.
comfort thing. Yeah, it's really weird. When Matt showed me that, I was like, what the fuck? I think I'm possessed. But the jumping thing, I always jump. And that's when I know I'm about to conk out. I'll jump, be like... And then there's like 3 seconds where I'm like, oh my God. And then I'm like, oh, actually, this is me going to sleep. But they say jumping is because your body is in such a relaxed state that it thinks you're about to die. So it wakes you up.
Yeah, that's... I mean, I can... Does that happen every time? Every night?
9 times out of 10.
That's stressful. Well, does it not feel stressful though? Because you're basically asleep at that point.
For me, it's you're off to bed now. I enjoy it because sometimes I really struggle to get to sleep. So when I get that, I'm like, thank fuck.
Right. Okay.
You never jumped.
I've never
twitched.
had that. I've never had. I sleep shout. Like I shout in my sleep.
No way.
Like constantly. Like obviously I live with my parents at the moment, and they'll say like, "You were shouting again last night." No, I don't know who you were talking to, but you were shouting, like literally fucking shouting, like not sleep mumbling or sleep talking,
screaming at the top of your lungs.
Maybe not at the top of my lungs, but like pretty loudly shouting about something. And that I will sometimes. So when I was sleeping with my ex-girlfriend in the same bed, there's a couple of times where this has happened to me. So I'll be sleep shouting about something, and then my girlfriend would wake me up. But then I'd wake up, like I'd know what I'm doing, I'd be conscious and awake, but I would just have no fucking clue what's going on or where I am, and I'll just mumble on about something. So like one time she woke me up, and I just she was like, Ollie, what are you shouting about? And I woke up and I just sort of rolled over, looked at her, and I was like, so how'd you afford this place then? She was like, what do you mean? I was like, this apartment in Spain, how do you afford this place?
No way.
And she's like, what are you talking about? And then at that moment I went, oh, fuck. What am I doing? What? That doesn't make sense. And then, bang.
Straight back to sleep.
Straight back to sleep.
You should record yourself, you know.
I see adverts on
yeah.
I will. I'm going to do it.
Do it.
I'll do it tonight.
Okay.
I'll do it for a week.
Okay.
I'll record my... actually, I left my phone charger in Spain, so that might be a bit of an issue. Yeah, I did. It's currently on the way from Pembrokeshire, so don't worry, it is coming back. But no one wants to hear about my fucking phone charger.
So what are you doing?
I'm just using someone else's phone charger, but they're not going to be happy.
Why don't you just buy one instead of getting it shipped to Pembrokeshire?
No, it's coming... my friend's sending it back to me. He took it home from Spain to his house.
Right.
He's posting it from his to mine.
I see.
But yeah, second time I got caught sleep shouting / sleepwalking was
If you can sleepwalk, you're fucking built different. How are you walking about?
I'm pretty sure. I think there was another time, but this is the one time I remember it happening. Oh, my parents could probably tell you another one, to be fair. But the one time I remember was with my girlfriend again, and I just started a job at Deliveroo in Southend, and the next day. And this is how dreams are intertwined with our waking thought.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how would I know this? But the next day, I was meant to start. You know, Deliveroo used to sit outside the Odeon in town. So you used to have to meet outside the Odeon,
right.
and I had to be there at 6 o'clock. And I was asleep the night before, and then I woke up, and I just sort of tapped my girlfriend on the back, and I was like, I've got to go to the Odeon. Got up.
Shut up.
Literally in my boxes. Got up.
You was in boxes, not just socks.
Out of bed. No, I'm single now. I can fucking do what I want. I couldn't think I was a fucking weirdo. Got out of bed. Walked out the room. And at this point, my girlfriend's under the covers, like just eyes peeking out, thinking, "What the fuck is going on here? Like, what is he doing?" Kind of watching me go around the room like that. And I've got like fully out the bedroom door. I'm like, I'm going to the Odeon, see you later. And I've got to walk down the landing, got to the top of the stairs. At this point, she's kind of chasing after me. And
you're not supposed to wake them up though. But it's really dangerous to wake sleepwalkers up.
Well, she did. She fucking grabbed hold of my shoulders. she grabbed me by the shoulders, started shaking me, and then the exact same kind of like eureka moment happened again, where I went, oh. fuck. And I remembered everything I'd said, everything that I'd done, like, and I was just went, oh, what the hell am I doing?
That's mad.
It's crazy, right? And then she kind of like a naughty school child held my hand and took me back to bed. And I was kind of like just walking along.
That's so demoralising.
Down, like, oh, I've probably let myself down here. But yeah,
that's
it's
fucking
crazy,
mental.
Right? It is mental.
That is so fucked. Which kind of leads me on to my next one.
Lovely.
Seeing the future. Now, believe what you want, but I've always been told that I've got like I can kind of see the future. Like I've got psychic powers.
Okay.
Right? Because
Gypsy or something.
Well, my
like
granddad is like, he used to read tarot cards. I'm sure I've said this story before.
Yeah. I don't think so, but go on.
Maybe. We'll maybe do that one with a guest. And Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. But yeah, so my nan used to say like, oh yeah, you got like them sort of powers. And I was like, right, okay. Anyway, sometimes I'll have a dream and the next day it will be bang on true. The first one I ever had was when I auditioned for Oliver with the Cliffs, when I did it for Amdram. And I can't say that now without getting a little giggle. Like, it just makes me laugh.
What's the right word?
Amdram.
What did I say?
Like Andran or something. I can't remember now, but it just makes me laugh. So basically, I had a dream that I got Oliver. Next day, went in, got Oliver. Obviously, like, the setting was a little bit different. I remember the setting being in, like, a farmyard. There was bare hay about. Obviously, I didn't audition with bare hay and that. But, yeah, I saw the future. And then sometimes, like, I wouldn't be able to tell you specifically what they are, but I'll, like, live my life and be like, I fucking dreamt about that last night. I see what's... Like, sometimes I'm like, I can see the future. I don't know whether that's, like, an energy, like, a manifesting energy that you know it's going to happen. So you dream it and believe it, or...
What if you ever got it wrong? Do you know what I mean? Like, is that not like a prediction? Is it more just what you want? You're dreaming about what you want, and you're kind of... That's what you're thinking about. It's what you want. So you're having a good dream. Like, oh my God, I got the part.
Yeah, maybe.
Or instead of
weird that it comes true the next day, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it is weird. And yeah, you're probably right. It probably is like a manifestation of what you want to happen.
I think maybe it is slightly.
That's a good day.
Yeah, it is. It is mad. Yeah, maybe if it happens again, I'll jot it down.
Yeah, do it. That is a great idea. I'm going to jot down my dreams. Why have I never thought of that? I always get annoyed.
No, because my dreams are too fucked for that. Honest to God, if I wrote down my dreams and someone got hold of it, I'd be locked up. Yeah, I'd be locked up.
Yeah.
It's not ideal.
You're right.
Brings me on to another one.
Let's leave no evidence.
This really fucks with me. Like, I'll wake up and be like, why? People in your dreams, right? Why do people that you may not have spoken to for fucking years or now have no relevance to your life just pop up?
It's so weird, isn't it? This happened to me recently.
It happened to me the other night, and I was like, what in the...
I tell you who it was or what happened.
I could.
Yeah, what happened?
I just went round theirs for a coffee.
And it's just the weirdest person ever.
I was like, what? Like, I genuinely haven't spoken to the person for, like, probably nearly 10 years.
Yeah, it's bizarre, isn't it?
But, like, I just find it so bizarre. And, like, when you have, like, people who are a significant part of your life pop up in your dreams, whether that be family members, exes, mates, that fucks with me. When I have a dream about my nan, it's fucking weird. That is weird. When I have a dream about an ex, if I'm like, what? That's strange.
Have you ever, like, had, like, a sex dream?
I've got that down there.
Is that the next one?
No, it's not. It's later. We can talk about it now, though. Yeah, I have that. Yeah, obviously.
Obviously everyone has them, but how fucking awkward is it if you've had, like, a dream like that about, like, someone you work with or something like that, or someone you have to be in close proximity to, and then you see them the next day, and then you're like...
I had a dream about you last night. What was it?
Obviously, you could never...
Can you imagine?
Have you ever, like... I don't think...
Nah. Maybe.
I've had people say to me,
Depends. Not like a random person. Like, if I had, then I would have been like in conversation with this person a lot, or like talking. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't just randomly have this dream about someone and then message and be like, "Oh, just so you know, I know I haven't spoken to you for X amount of months or years, but I had a dream about us last night." Like, that's fucking.
I've had someone do that to me, like just randomly text me saying like, which is just fucking so weird. And I've
That's
also
bold.
had
Fair
that.
play.
Yeah, innit? It's like, talk about fucking laying your cards on the table.
There you go. Have that.
A manifestation of
You want it to come true?
what you want to happen. Yeah, I mean, fucking knock on enough doors, I suppose. And they'll fucking open.
She probably just said it to fucking everyone. Hope for the best. It was a bit lonely one night, you know.
It makes you feel less special. But I've also had someone to do that to like a person I was like seeing at the time, then randomly text that person like, how fucking, that's just fucking weird.
Do you know what? Yeah, I remember being with a bird once, and we got onto the conversation about like dreams and like sex dreams and stuff, and then they started questioning like, "Have you ever had a dream about someone else while you've been in bed with me?" And I'm like, "Fucking hell, how's that going through your suite?" I'm like, "That's mad." Yeah, but like, if you have, how would you tell that person that?
We don't.
You imagine?
You know, actually, yesterday I fucking
last night actually it was actually a really. Does she fancy coming round today? Yeah. Do you want to see?
You just don't tell people that sort of thing.
No, obviously. But like, I didn't realise how like caught up some people can get about it. So it don't mean fuck all, but
it's just one of those fucking questions, though, isn't it? People ask, but they don't want to know the
They
answer
don't want to know. So why are you asking
They
it?
just want to get annoyed at the answer.
Yeah, they love it.
Which is like, but to be fair, you just want to know, though, don't you? I can understand that.
I don't
like,
wake up next to when I have a girlfriend. Don't wake up and think, gonna have to ask them if they had a dream about some other bloke last night. It's burning me.
Feel the vibe in the room.
Like, fucking hell, like if it happens, it happens.
Do you think there's a reason you're dreaming shagging that person, or do you think it's like completely random?
I think it's random. So I don't think it's got anything to do with. I don't think it's got anything to do with that person. I think it's to do with like hormones.
Because you're
feeling yeah, you're a bit horny. So your body then goes, which we'll skip these ones and we'll talk about this now. But like that can lead you onto wet dreams as well. Like which.
I mean, this can't be true.
It can't be. I refuse to believe it.
But I don't think. I mean, I must have, but I couldn't tell you a time or remember a time where I'd had like a wet dream when I was like, younger.
Not even now.
Do you have them now?
To be fair, I haven't had one for time. But I don't really.
I thought it was something that you got like when you were like going through puberty.
Oh really?
Like when you were like a young.
Yeah, to be fair, I haven't had them for a long time. But I used to get them when I didn't like. You know, when I wouldn't. How'd you say it in a nice way? My mum's watching this. Do you know what I mean?
What? Do you sound when you were younger? You mean before? Like
yeah, I used to. But I used no. But I used to have them like through my teenage years. Like if I hadn't had a wank for a while. Sorry, mum. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then it builds up.
Getting like frustrated, that sort of.
Because then it builds up and it's a frustration thing. But they're the weirdest things, mate. They are, and they're annoying because you don't get anything out of it at all. Well, I can't believe you've never had one.
Have you? Have you ever like what? So when that happens, do you remember it happening?
So this is what happens, right?
So
I'll lay there.
Are you having like sex in a dream?
No, not necessarily. I wouldn't be able to tell you. I don't remember the dreams. But in my head, this is what happens, right? I'm laying there, conked out, fast asleep. Suddenly, I'm like, you know, when you're not asleep, but you are asleep, but your consciousness starts to come back.
Yeah.
Right, and then it's just pulsing, right, as it would when you come. And for fuck's sake, man, I knew this was gonna happen. But like, because you're like in a state of unconsciousness.
We're like, oh, dreams are in the REM cycle, and now we're like, when you're fucking dreaming, your dick's pulsing, and you're gonna come. This is like If you've got through that science shit, now we're in the actual podcast.
But yeah, like it just like happens, and then I know that it's happening, so I know I've just come, and I'm like, well, I can't do anything about it. It's just in my boxes now. Which is, imagine that's probably what happens. Sleep naked, it's all over your fucking bed sheets. I don't think so.
That's what I'm like envisioning.
I don't think so.
I don't sleep naked.
Imagine if you do. Imagine if you sleep naked and you don't use covers, like your hot summer's night, and it's just you wake up in the morning, it's all over your fucking wardrobe. Coming down, you wake up in the morning.
Fucking mum comes to wake you up in the morning.
Dangling off the light bulb, just wakes up and it drips down.
I'm not again.
Oh fucking hell. But yeah, like, and it's annoying because you don't get any pleasure out of it at all.
So you don't get the feeling that you're about to.
You just
come.
Well, I don't. I just goes.
Because that's fucked. Because thinking about it now, I get the exact opposite.
But
so
it
like,
is weird.
If I'm having sex in a dream, right?
Yeah.
If I'm having like that sort of dream, I'll be having sex and I'll feel like I'm about. Fucking hell.
Feel like you're about to. Yeah.
I can't believe we're doing this. I feel like I'm about to. I'm so sorry, Mum.
Oh! It was going to happen at some point.
I feel like I'm about to come and then I'll wake up.
Oh, really?
It's like the most
Do you wake up with a lob on, though?
sadistic shit ever.
Do you wake up with a lob on?
Yeah.
You do? Yeah, maybe you're about to then.
Yeah.
Maybe you've always just stopped yourself.
Isn't that fucked, though?
Yeah, because I mean, going back to it, the dreams that I've had where I've had a wet dream obviously have to be about something like, I can't just be fucking having a day down the beach and something. Do you know what I mean? In my dream, like, the dream has to be about something like that for that to happen. But I find it weird that I can sit there, like, asleep, and normally you need a form of action up and down in order for that to happen.
No, but you probably are when you're asleep.
You ain't. My hands are by my side, mate.
No, as in you're probably like fucking shagging the bed. Honestly, I swear. Otherwise it's impossible, right? Or is it possible? Can you just do that just by thinking? Because if you can, I've been fucking wasting my time for time and effort for fucking years.
I've wasted 10 seconds of my life.
But no, I reckon you are like shagging the
I don't know
bed
about
covers
that.
or something, or some.
I don't believe it because
you think it's just thought.
Because I mean, yeah, because.
Maybe,
oh fuck's sake! I've had one with like
video it, not just record it.
You know what I mean? No, but like people would
me just going to town.
If you had one when you were with someone, they'd be like, "What the fuck were you doing last night?"
Yeah, why were you humping my leg last night?
But
yeah, what's that on my fucking calf? What's that on my leg? Oh, not again, Jake. Fuck.
Oh, sorry. Fucking hell. No, but it must be. But surely not. Like, because I literally sit there. I'm asleep, and I'm like, right, there it is.
Well,
it happens.
Mean, like,
it finishes.
You just magically start fucking.
No, but that's what it is. From what all I can recollect is it's up, it goes, and then I'm like, well, it's happened. Off back to bed I go.
Yeah, I mean,
and I literally fall back asleep like that.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, neither. Hard work, mate.
Fucking knackers shagging that fucking duvet. You fucking horny
I wonder
bastard.
why there was a dent in my fucking meat.
Dent about that big. a little indent.
Oh, you bastard.
I mean, yeah, I couldn't tell you a time where I've woken up and gone, oh fuck, like I
remember my first one. It's a funny story as well.
Go on, hit us.
So
we're here for it. We're in now.
Yeah, we are. We're too deep in to come back. I was on
pun intended. You clever bastard.
Oh, what can I say? So I was on holiday with a friend and his family, and we were in a caravan, and like obviously in the caravan, you know, like separate rooms and stuff.
It's a caravan club, cool.
A curtain. And I had this bed, and my mate had the bed on top, and then I think his mum and dad were on the sofa bed. I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, what the fuck just happened?
How old are you? Have you told the mate this? Is he like a close friend now? Or?
No, well, we still talk, but not like as close as we were. And I remember like having to get up,
nice.
go to the toilet, and I was like,
how old are you?
Maybe like 11, 12.
That's fucking hilarious. What was going through your mind?
I was like, what do I do? So I got up, went to the toilet, and I was like, what? I was more scared that like I'd made a noise or something and they'd heard it. I was mortified. But yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, I'd be fucking scared. Actually, that's a good point.
Can you imagine?
You imagine you wake up there and they're all kind of like looking over.
Jake, were you alright last night?
Like,
Yeah, perfect, fine.
Yeah, best dream ever, actually.
Yeah, really good. Slept like a baby.
Yeah, fucking wouldn't go in the toilet, mate. It's a fucking state in there.
Fuck, but you know what I mean? So weird.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything to... I don't think I have any other stories.
But now you said that, I actually don't remember the last one I had, which is surprising, so I don't... When we've had this conversation, but as if we're going into this, for fuck, we're not even drinking on this pod, man. What the fuck is going on?
It's the fucking at Moretti Zero.
At Moretti Zero. Jesus, yeah. It's got to me. It's gone straight to my head. But like, I don't really wank anymore anyway. So I'd expect to have them now.
That throws that theory out the
window. So I'd expect to have them now.
Yeah, exactly. So it can't be related to if you feel like.
I don't get horny anymore though.
Oh.
Well, I do, obviously, that's a fucking lie. But like,
not
like I used to be.
Uncontrollably, sort of thing. Yeah. I mean, going back to what we were saying earlier.
That was an off-track 10 minutes. What the fuck? I'm going to have to tell Mum she can't listen to this one.
This is for... censored that 10 minutes for people not related to me.
That's all part of the fun. It's their fault.
Yeah, it's your fault for tuning in, really.
Don't tune in.
No, it's funny, isn't it? But yeah, the people that you have those sort of dreams about.
Right, yeah. Back there.
I think it has to be related. I don't think it can be random people.
You've got to be attracted to them.
Yeah, back to my theory of dreams being a unprocessed, like, subconscious thought. If you're having that sort of dream about that person, I think there has to be something in your subconscious that you've picked up in your brain that's telling you that you're attracted to this person, and that's kind of what you want to happen, that sort of thing.
Yeah, maybe. But it could mean nothing though. It could just be like, just fancy her or whatever.
Or it could just be the feeling that I want to
get with you,
and you're the last person that maybe I've...
You're the last person on earth, so I ain't got fuck all left.
I mean, in your dream, technically they probably would.
Yeah, maybe.
It's not that expansive.
No, but yeah, that is... Yeah, maybe it is. Because when
worst part's fucking seeing them.
It's fucking weird, mate. You do sometimes you think, what the fuck? It is so bizarre. But yeah, when people pop up in your dreams, I'm like, why are you here? What?
Yeah.
It's when something like trauma. It's when like trauma, comes back. Yeah, whether it be a traumatic person or a traumatic situation, that comes back into your dream, and you could have been fine. You got over it and everything. Then it comes back and you think, what the fuck? Why has that come back? And then you start. And for me, I overthink fucking everything anyway. So it's like, why has that happened? Is someone trying to get hold of me? Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, it fucks with me so much.
Speaking about traumatic things, should we maybe go on to nightmares? Or is there something you want to talk about before?
This is traumatic and it will probably lead into it.
Okay, go on.
Because I've only got 2 left. Not being able to fucking run. Right?
Oh my goodness.
It does my fucking head in.
I'm so glad that you get this as well, by the way, because everyone that do you mean like when, so you're in a dream and
you're being
you
chased
start running and your knees buckle underneath you and you just fall out like they're jelly?
Yeah, you're gone. And also you can't pick up pace. Like you can't run.
The harder you try to run,
and the slower you go.
Yes, it's the fucking worst thing in the world.
It does my fucking head in.
The worse than that is not, do you ever get it when you can't stand up? So it's like you try to run or you try to walk, but your legs are constantly buckling from underneath you. So you try to walk and they just buckle, you just fall over. And you go, right, I'm going to stand up. You can't physically stand up, so you're basically just lying there.
It's like being in sinking sand, isn't it?
Yeah. You try to stand up, but I can't physically push myself up to extend my legs. And then when I do, they just buckle and go.
Oh, it's
the most horrible feeling ever. But that is the most recurring dream that I get
running
by far.
And
Not running, the buckling.
Oh, the buckling, yeah. And you literally can't do anything about it. Whether it be like running for a train or running away from someone or something, like whatever you do, you can't pick up the pace, and it actually does my head in. And then your legs go, and you're like, well, this is it. I'm fucking game over.
Does it ever catch you, or do you wake up before it
I think
catches
you wake up, which again leads me to something else. Death. Yeah, if you're falling to a death or you think you're about to die, apparently you will always wake up, because the day you die in a dream is the day you actually die. Because you've never died in a dream. No one's ever died in a dream. I've been very close. I've fallen off a cliff, been about that far away, and I've woken up.
That's true, to be fair. And I think if you're about to die, you always wake up before, right?
Yeah, you're like, fuck.
Have you ever had dreams where you're falling?
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean, like, all the time. I'm going, wake up.
And you get the actual feeling of your stomach going. And you're, like, it's like I'm always falling on my back, and I'm going down like that. And then as I'm oh my God, it's horrible. I literally can envision it right now. And or you're falling face forwards.
Yeah, I do face forwards.
As you're about to hit the floor, and you literally see the floor getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's getting faster and faster and faster. And then before you like splat,
you wake up.
You wake up and you get that like drop in your stomach.
I'll do this trick on you one day. There's this thing, yeah, and you'll lay on the floor, and I'll pick your hands up, and you have to close your eyes. And I got taught this as a kid, and basically, like, you tell a story about like flying through space, and like I'll take you through space. There'd be meteor showers and all that sort of shit. You dodge out of the way, and then as I bring you down to Earth again,
you go the floor.
Yeah, you fucking your hands, and it's the most fucked thing ever.
It's crazy.
So fucked.
I've tried that before.
It's so mad.
I didn't have the meteor taking through space thing though.
Someone was just fucking shaking you about. Yeah, let me do these last two, then we can go on to nightmares.
That was all.
Oh, right. We can... No, but I think nightmares are a bit mad anyway. Crying in your dreams. Right, I've woken up sometimes, and when I say hysterically crying, like sobbing, I'll be like, what the fuck? Like, it could be about... It's normally about losing something or someone, and I'll wake up like literally, I can't even breathe. Like actual, like, complete crying. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't understand that. That really fucks with me. Have you ever had that?
I mean, probably, but again, like, so hard to remember. But I definitely remember, I couldn't tell you a specific time, but like going from lying down to sitting up,
be like, what?
And being like, and getting like, normally it's the falling ones, I think.
Really?
That's when I do that, when I go, because it's such like, you feel like you're about to fucking implode on the floor. And that's, I feel
shatter into a million pieces
when I go like sit up. But I can't remember a time where I've, like, off the top of my head anyway, that I've woke up like
that's mad.
Physically crying.
Really?
But that is, it's
do you know what?
That's a vivid dream.
Before you go to sleep as well, if you've cried, you have the best sleep of your life. If I've cried, whatever it's about, I sit and I go, no matter how shit that is, I'll sleep well tonight. Because honestly, your eyes are so heavy. You do have the fucking best night's sleep ever. I love it. Like, as when I watch a sad film before going to bed, it's perfect.
I think maybe it's because like you've like processed that emotion now, and I kind of like put it beside before you've gone to bed, instead of taking all that baggage into your sleep, and then it maybe you feel a bit disgruntled during your sleep, and it comes up, and you wake up maybe still feeling upset.
Yeah, potentially.
Whereas if you've had like a good cry, gone to bed.
Do you always wake up like, if you've gone to bed in a bad mood or upset, do you always wake up in that mood still?
Yeah.
Rarely I do, to be honest.
Yeah,
I can shake it off. There's only been a couple of times where I've woke up in the same mood. I can it normally, like, sleep sorts me out. I just shake it off, which is quite nice.
If I get too much sleep, I wake up feeling a bit crap. But
really?
If I've had like, if I've gone to bed super tired, like now, I used to kind of fight it. But if I'm sitting like at my computer chilling in the evening or something, and
knackered,
I'm like, jump into bed.
It's the best thing. Being able, when your body wants,
I wake up in that morning, it's just fucking unbelievable.
Like, it's like sometimes.
I sound like such an old man.
No, but like sometimes in the middle of the day when I'm having a nap, right? But I haven't planned to have a nap. I'll just be sitting there watching telly. My body will shut off. It'll be like, you need to go for a sleep, and you literally can't help but keep, like, close your eyes. They are peng sleeps. They are.
I had a nap in my car the other day
while you're driving.
Like
down the M25, 70 cruise control. Be back in 10.
But I was literally like, I was at Sports Direct near the airport,
Right.
and I had like half an hour to kill. I
Just had
didn't
a
fall
nap.
asleep on purpose.
I just conked
It
out.
was just really warm, and I was like knackered from work, and it was that exact feeling where your body just shuts down. And I literally kept going like this, and I was like, "Oh my god, I physically can't keep them open." And I just went, and I woke up with my head like hanging out the car window, like in a public car park,
Incredible.
just like that. And then I woke up like, "Fuck." Like, in Southend,
Imagine someone's
like-
just fucking taking pictures of you.
Yeah,
Have you
probably.
ever fallen asleep at the wheel?
No, but I've been very, very close.
That is scary fucking shit.
Like, I've driven across the country many times, hungover, like hanging out of my arse after like a weekend out with my mates, and like many times I'd be holding the steering wheel, going like that close.
It is so
Like,
fucking
it is
terrifying.
bad. And I have to open the windows, like put loud music on. It doesn't help, but
No.
I just have to mentally. It's exhausting.
It's fucking.
exhausting.
Like, I remember once it's happened to me, and I was driving after work to my ex-girlfriend's. It was pitch black, and I got to like Clackett's Lane just before there. Came over the Darth Tunnel. I was like, I've still got like a fucking hour here. Like, I'm in trouble, and I could feel my eyes going. I'm like, it starts straining. Like, my eyes are stinging.
yeah.
And I got to the point I was like, right, you've got 10 minutes, do whatever the fuck you can. Music was up, I was belting my tits off, window was down, and I was like, I'm going to have to get there. And I got there, and I was like, let's try and have 10 minutes nap. Couldn't sleep, so I just kind of got out, went for a little walk, got a drink, and then I managed to get there, and I was, it was
You pulled
genuinely,
over for a nap?
yeah,
Really?
in the not on the hard shoulder, down the service station,
On the arse shoulder.
on the hard shoulder,
Not the fucking arse shoulder. Cool.
just in the slow lane. People were swerving everywhere. Nah,
We never get in the slow lane. We're always in the fast lane.
always live life in the fast lane, mate.
That's what we do.
But no, yeah, it was fucking scary. I think it is one of the scariest things, because if that happens, you're literally,
I mean,
as soon as your eyes close,
probably taking people with you as well at that point.
and that's the scary thing about it as well. Oh no, it's not for me.
Sure. That actually, do you know what I think I just got? You know when people say they think about dying, and it makes their whole get a weird feeling,
Oh, don't do it.
and they shiver. Do you know? I actually think I just had that.
Oh my god. Oh my
Like
god.
the
Oh my
first time
god.
ever.
Oh, that's scary.
That was really fucking weird.
That's scary. I don't like that.
Alright, let's carry on.
Carry on. So
Carry on.
my last one was sweating. Have you ever woken up from a dream and you are wet? The bed is wet. You are wet. I've said wet a lot. But like, you have sweated so much. That like you actually have to like get out of bed, sort yourself out.
I have. But only because, I don't think because of a dream.
Oh really?
I think because I was just
Illness or something.
Yeah.
Because when you've got a cold, that happens a lot. You sweat like mad.
I mean, I've fallen asleep before at a friend's house, and we were sitting outside like camping, and I had like 2 coats on, 3 blankets, and then we went back inside, and obviously the heating was on inside. But as soon as I sat down inside, I've just fallen asleep, and I woke up 10 minutes later, literally like it felt like my insides were like melting. And I'm not even being dramatic here. I actually think I was like, because I woke up and I threw up like immediately, threw up like 5 times because my body was like massively overheating, and I had to like, I literally stripped off all the stoves. I was still throwing up. I had to take all my clothes off, got down into my boxes, I was still throwing up, so I went outside and just laid on the grass. I was literally fucked. And I was still like throwing up. So yeah, I have had that before.
The worst is
but
when
not
you're
because of a
sweating.
dream.
When you're
Just
sweating
because I was
buckets,
a fucking idiot.
but you're still freezing cold.
Yeah.
Just here's one. The last one before we go to the end question. Do you sleep with your feet in or out of the quilt?
Depends how hot I am. If I'm hot, I have
Some
them out.
people are so weird about it. Like if you sleep with your feet out, like you're
Yeah.
literally ready to be
It's quite
taken.
a contentious topic.
But I feel I'm normally feet out unless it's fucking Baltic. My feet are out, or sometimes in summer, because I do like having the quilt on me, like for comfort, you know. Otherwise, why it was pointless.
Yeah, or I do
One in, one out.
feet out. No.
One leg,
Yeah,
one in, one out.
No, both feet out, and then just like the cover wrapped around me.
Oh, really?
Top. So then because if my feet get hot, I'm hot.
That's where your warmth comes from, though. Your feet, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what they say.
Yeah.
Like your feet, your armpits, and your genitalia area. If you're ever cold, boys, your hands need warming up. Shove them.
Get some socks and then back. Oh.
Yeah, no, just shove them down your trousers. I remember that. I remember being on a scouts camp once, right?
And where was this going?
We went swimming.
The scout leader was like, right, lads.
We went swimming.
Get your hands down your pants. Warm yourselves up.
Fucking hell.
I'll do it as well. It's not weird.
And,
it's personal survival.
Back it in. We went swimming. And we came out. I'd forgotten my boxes. But I'd forgot to take boxes, so I just had my trackies on. I was like, I'm fucking freezing. Like, I'm so cold. And that's the day I learned, if you put your hands down your willy.
It is always warm though, isn't it?
Always.
It's true.
It's comfortable. And girls, like, I'll sometimes just self-conscious, what's the word? If you're doing a thing you don't know you're doing it, subconsciously just sit there with my hands down there. And like, when I've had girls, what? Take your fucking hands out. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just sitting there. It's comfortable.
Survival.
It's warm. Survival of the fittest.
Have you ever had, right, just before we do this end question, I have one more thing about sleep. And I take back the legs buckling thing as the worst nightmare I have.
Oh no.
The worst nightmare I have is by far sleep paralysis.
Oh, I had it once and it was fucking awful. No, it was fucking horrible. I've had it once and honest to God, I thought it was it. I had it when I was...
fucking like... Mike has just gone...
No, it wasn't okay. I remember, right, so I was on Panto. Yeah, so I wasn't even in my room. So this night I was on a blow-up bed, right, in like the living room. And I just remember like being asleep and suddenly then... I was awake, but I could not move my body for love nor money. And I was like, am I dead? Am I dead? Like, it was the scariest thing.
It's fucking horrible. I reckon I've had it, like, at least 20 times.
No.
Like, genuinely.
I think if I was to ever have it again, I'd have a breakdown.
Like a hell of a lot. And the worst part about it is I'm laying there and I can feel myself laying there. So at this point, I'm now realised that I've become conscious about the fact that I'm dreaming. So I'm in a lucid dream at this point. And then I've gone, right, I'm going to wake up. And then I move. And then I go, okay, I can't move my hand. Fuck, I'm in sleep paralysis. I'm that lucid about it. I'm like, fuck. I'm paralysed. Okay, right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to count to 3, and as hard as I can, I'm going to move my arm, and I'm going to wake myself up. And I go 1, 2, 3, and it doesn't move. And that feeling of you literally try as hard as you can with your brain and your muscles to move, and it doesn't move, is actually horrible. Like, it's actually terrifying. And then you enter panic, and then I go, fuck, and I actually genuinely get really worried and really concerned about it. For a few seconds, my brain lets me worry, and then just instantly I relax, and then I can move. But for like a few seconds, I'm genuinely paralysed, and I genuinely feel what it's like to move, try to move something
and not
that doesn't
be able to.
move. And that's happened to me like at least 20 times, I reckon. Like, it's happened a lot. It's the worst thing ever. Like, it's horrible. That is the worst. That's the way. And I class that as a nightmare, I suppose, because it wakes me up. Yeah. And definition of a nightmare that I looked up is a bad dream that wakes you up. So it has to wake you up, apparently, for it to be a nightmare. And that does wake me up. Like falling and wake up. But yeah, if anyone else has had any of these similar dreams,
tell us your sleep stories,
scenarios, funny sleep stories, sleepwalking, shouting. I know that is very common.
I do apparently mumble a lot.
Let us know. Let us know. But we're going to move on.
Yeah, we're going to move on. I'm glad we did that. That was fun.
It's a good topic.
It's a great topic. Right, so to finish, we've got a more light-hearted question. Well, it's still a bit weird actually, but
has that stopped?
It has. We're out,
but the mics are still going.
We'll just see if we can go.
Right, end question time. Well, that makes it easy because it's
cool.
Just end question video.
Because that was still going. I think that hasn't gone off recently. Cool. So the question is: would you rather piss yourself every day or shit yourself once a week?
and you don't know
But
when
you
it's
don't
going to
know
happen.
it's happening.
It just happens.
Yeah, just out of the blue.
At once. You either piss yourself every day or shit yourself once a week. Okay, how am I going to get around this? If I piss myself every day... fucking Jesus. Or shit myself once a week. Shit's going to be harder to clean up, right?
Yeah, obviously.
I'm going to go, I'll piss myself every day, but, it's stressful, innit?
I know it straight away.
That's fucking traumatic, actually.
I would piss myself every day.
Every day, though.
But
well, to be fair, you might not always be in public when it happens.
No, but this is also another thing. If you don't know when it's coming, yeah, you can prepare for it to happen at any time. You can wear a nappy, you can do something like that, or you can just always have a spare pair of boxers on you.
So for the rest of your life, you're going to wear a nappy. Your virginity is going to regrow. If for the rest of your life you're wearing a nappy.
No, but like you can prepare, like,
and then to make that worse, you might be with someone and then you piss yourself.
You can always take spare clothes, yeah, and realistically, piss. You could probably rinse it in a sink if you're out somewhere. Get rid of the smell a little bit.
I mean,
if you was to shit your pants. Oh, like, imagine one day you just forget to take spare clothes and you've laid a trunk in your boxers.
That's true, because it's any time in the week.
And you just, nah, mate, and you're walking around with a trunk in your, no.
I'm in the right place in hospital to receive some help.
Yeah, but like, imagine being on a date or something. You're out of a girl, first time.
Sorry, darling, I just shat myself.
You okay? I think I just shit myself.
I thought it was a fart. I'm going to piss myself every day, and if the bird you're with's all right with that, she's the fucking one.
Yeah,
she's a keeper, and she, likes some adult diapers. She's either.
I think it only gets peak when you're about like.
She's very understanding.
Yeah, it only gets peak when it's like serious days, like, because then like look at like your wedding or your birthday or something like that. Like, do you want to risk it?
Piss myself.
Would you?
Don't shit myself on my wedding.
Yeah, but you don't know. You might not shit yourself that day because it's once a week.
Oh, that's the fucking catch, isn't it?
But you are going to piss yourself. I'm going to go piss myself. Because imagine.
Let us know. I want to know. Is there anyone out there that would shit themselves?
Yeah.
Once a week.
Oh, the smell, man. Fucking hell.
Well, and then piss stinks as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, but Yeah, but what if you've like
gone down a hole?
Your diet's been a bit rough. You're a bit hungover, maybe, and you've because we all know the beer shit that never smells nice. Jesus.
You have your stag do the night before your wedding.
Oh, and you've ruined the day.
That's a divorce. That's the world's quickest divorce.
I'm gonna pronounce your husband twice. You've now kissed the bride. I think I've just shit myself. And it's off. And give me the fucking ring back.
Also, the end of today's podcast. Do we want to wrap it up here?
Let's wrap it up there. So, everyone, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming back. That was brilliant. I loved that. That was funny. Enjoyed that one very much. We will. Well, obviously now it's going to be every Sunday. Unless something happens, but we'll keep you informed on socials as always. But we are back. We hope you enjoyed the little break. Also, sorry that the bet didn't come in if anyone put that down. That dream definitely didn't come true. Did not see the future there.
Fucking fortune.
Absolutely fucking bottled that one. But hey, listen, end of the season, done. Europa League for Arsenal. Conference League
for
West Ham. And yeah, we move. But thanks for coming back, guys. We love you all. And we will see you next week. Have a great week.
Peace out, people.